Morning, students. Can you hear? Am I audible to everybody? With the today's lecture, and before moving towards a new topic, we'll discuss some of the things we have learned in the previous lecture. Everything we have learned in the previous lecture. So the first thing we learned was how memory is being organized in operating system. I mean, what is basically the memory management in operating system? And this memory management involves various methods like swapping, contiguous memory allocation, the procedure of segmentation, paging, and the structure of page table, etc. The first thing we learned is that in memory management system, we have two types of addresses. One is physical address and other is logical address. And we also learn about the base and limit register. A pair of base and limit register define the logical address space. And we know this logical address is being generated by the CPU. Then CPU must check every memory access generated in user mode to be sure it is between the base and limit for that user. Next is address binding schemes for a particular, we can say process. We have address binding schemes, and we have compile time binding, load time binding, and execution time binding. Compile time if memory location is known prior and absolute code can be generated, that is compile time. And in load time, we must generate a relocatable code if memory location is not known at compile time. And the third is execution time. Binding delayed until runtime if the process can be moved during its execution from one memory segment to another. So that is called execution time. That is binding of instruction and data to memory. So we can have compile time, load time, and the third is execution time. And what other things we have discussed is logical address space versus physical address space. We know set of all logical addresses generated by a program defines the logical address space, and set of all uh, physical addresses generated by a program is called physical address space. Logical address is basically a virtual address that is given by generated by CPU, and physical address is seen by the memory unit. So that is a main physical address. जहाँ भी हर चीज स्टोर हो रही है मेमोरी में, that is a physical address. And logical address is a CPU generated by CPU. Apart from that, but another things we have learned is swapping. A process can be swapped temporarily out of memory to a backing store and then brought back into the memory for continued execution. So backing store is what? It is a fast disk large enough to accommodate copies of all memory images for all users and must provide direct access to these memory images. So process can be rolled out and rolled in. Swapping is easily possible. So uh, there are different algorithms available for scheduling and swapping, roll out and roll in. So we have those swapping. Next is this swap in and swap out time also include the context switching time, shifting of process from here to here involves time. So that is the context switching time. Other thing we discussed is swapping on mobile system is not typically supported. We have discussed these things, and mobile system swapping is not possible. So we have a flash memory system based, we can say, process out methodology for mobile phones for iOS. Contiguous allocation is when the processes are stored in continuous form, that is called contiguous allocation. So we can say We in the contiguous allocation we have studied the three things: first fit, best fit, and worst fit. The first fit is allocate the first hole that is big enough. So when a process comes, it will see where he can be stored, where it can be stored in memory. When it finds the position or a hole in the first place, that is called first fit. When it finds the same size hole as the process size to be fitted into memory, that is called best fit. And the third is whenever there is no hole as such of size available and the whole list need to be scrolled for memory free spaces, that is called worst fit. Allocate the largest hole, must also search the entire list, that is called worst fit. Worst fit. Next is fragmentation. There are two types of fragmentation. Basically, fragmentation is memory fragmentation, external fragmentation and internal fragmentation. In external fragmentation, total memory space exists to satisfy request, but there are spaces in the memory, but they are not contiguous. That is called external fragmentation. And other thing is internal fragmentation. Allocate memory may be slightly larger than requested memory. So there may be larger holes available. Allocated memory will be larger in size than the requested. Suppose I want to store the things, store a particular process of 400 KB, but the allocated memory available is 600 KB. That is internal fragmentation. Like I divide the memory into two parts, that block into two parts, 400 KB and 200 KB. That is called internal fragmentation. So there we have discussed the external and internal. Uh, we can reduce the external fragmentation by a process called compaction. Compaction कुछ नहीं है, free space को एक तरफ कर देना और allocated space को एक तरफ कर देना, and that is called compaction. Shuffling memory contents to place all three memory together in one large block, that is called compaction. Next is segmentation. Segmentation is dividing the process into various segments. We know every program has various logical units like main program, procedure, function, method, object, local variables, global variables, common blocks, tags, symbol table, arrays, etc. So having all these things in different segment is called, putting them in different segment is called segmentation. And we can store these segments into the segment table register, and that can also be stored later on into the physical memory. So segmentation hardware will be there. We have discussed that thing in very detail in detail in the last lecture. Or we have what these limit and base registers were there. There was a diagram depicting segmentation from CPU. There is a base and limit register set, and that checks the address and accordingly adjust the add the limit and base and generate the physical memory address. Now next is paging. So, what is paging? Paging is a methodology in which the address space is divided into in the form of pages. Earlier, it was in the form of segments, and segments were of different size. Now, why we are using paging, or why there is a phenomena called paging? Paging avoids external fragmentation, and it avoids the problem of varying size memory. So paging, what does paging do? It avoids the external fragmentation. Number one. Number two, it avoids the problem of it avoids the problem of varying sized memory chunks. Varying sized memory chunks. So segmentation में problem थी, there was a problem like one segment will be of 400 kb and other segment will be of 200 kb and third segment will be of 300 kb or 1000 kb. But in case of paging, all the pages will be of same size. But what will be the size? So what we decided, or we can say the system has decided, is basically divide the physical memory into fixed size blocks called frames. So in paging, we divide the physical memory, not the logical, physical memory into fixed size blocks. Fixed size blocks called frames. I have a backing store, then my data is stored or my process is stored. I bring that thing into memory, physical memory. This is backing store. In the memory, this physical memory, everything is in the form of frames. These are called frames, fixed size frames. And these fixed size frames, their size is power of 2. Power of 2. That is like 2 to the power 10, etc. size of a particular frame, we can say. So this size varies from 512 bytes to 512 bytes to 16 megabytes. It can grow in larger amount nowadays, but earlier it was 512 bytes to 16 megabytes. The same we can, was there for logical memory. Divide the logical memory. Divide the logical memory. Fixed size blocks. Fixed size blocks that are also power of 2. And that dividing of logical memory into fixed size blocks are called pages. That physical memory space divided into various sizes, equal sizes, not various sizes, into equal sizes is called frames. But logical memory space is in the form of same size is called pages. Keep track of all the preframes. Keep track of all the preframes. And to run a program of size and pages, if you want to run a program of size and pages, you need to find n preframes to load the program. आप किसी program जिनके n pages का कोई program अगर चलाना चाहते हो, you need to find the n preframes so that you can load the program from physical to that logical address space. And if at that page is coming to logical address space, that means that is interacting with the CPU. फिजिकल मेमोरी से लॉजिकल मेमोरी की ट्रांसलेशन होगी और लॉजिकल मेमोरी से वो सीपीयू के साथ इंटरेक्ट करेगा. सेट अप ए पेज टेबल टू ट्रांसलेट लॉजिकल टू फिजिकल एड्रेस. सो देयर शुड बी ए ट्रांसलेशन. सो सेट अप ए पेजिंग कहती है सेट अप अ पेज टेबल. Why this page table is required? So that we can translate logical addresses to physical addresses. Translation. Packing store likewise split into pages, and that concept will be called paging. The address translation scheme. Address is generated by CPU and is basically divided into two. The, the address is divided into two. That is called the logical address space. Address is divided into two. One is called page number, and other one is called page number. Page, page number and page offset. This page number, this address is generated by, remember this address is generated by CPU. Page number and page offset. Page number is called P and offset is called D. Page number is basically used as an index into the page table. We have constructed a page table. It is used as an index to page table. Index बताएगा 0 पे है 1 पे है 2 and offset. This is combined with the base address to define the physical memory address. Combined with this offset base address. This offset combines with the base address to define the physical memory address space. Address that is sent to the memory unit. That is sent to the memory unit. So it can be like that. Like we can have it like the logical address is in the form of page number. This is P, this is P, this is M minus N, this is N. So what is M and N here? M minus N defines the page number and N defines a page offset. So for a given logical address space अगर 60 का RM है, then the page size will be logical address space. RM, then the page size will be to the power each page size. जितने ही pages होंगे, the single page size will be to the power and it will be in the form of 2 to the power n. So paging hard. Paging की translation होगी कैसे? So it will be CPU that is generating the logical addresses. It will be divided into 2, P plus T, and this P will form the page number index, page table index. This is the page table. And it will tell you the index, this page table index. And here are frames. And this frame forms the F plus D, the base address plus D forms S plus T. T यहाँ से आ रहा है, T यहाँ से आ रहा है. Offset. Offset combined with the base address forms a physical memory address, and that will go to the मैंने पहले बोला था यहाँ पे क्या होगी, there will be frames. Frames will be there. I hope now the translation of these page table. This is page table. This is logical address. This P and D forms the logical address. So, but how it will work is, we have a logical memory, the logical address space for that is the logical addresses, and there the things are stored in the form of pages, and page 0, page 1, page 2, page 3, and in those pages the P forms the index of the page table, and this page table index will have frames like 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and these frames combined with the D offset forms the physical address space there where there is a frames are being stored. Like we can have there 1, 2, 3, 7. So at 1, the 2, 3, 7, those things will be there. There will be those pages. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4. In this way, we can have pages. I will show you one example of this logical address space is translated to physical memory. Again, I am repeating this P and D form the logical address space that was generated by C. P and D is divided into two parts. P forms the page number index, page index of the page table where the pages are stored. And those pages जो हैं, जो stored हैं, they are on the frames. These are the frames. In this form the frame index like 1, 2, 3. जो frames हैं, this form the frame index like 1, 2, 3, 7 we have here. And on those frames, but what is stored is the pages. So those pages are will be one will be here, one will be here, and here. So this logical address is translated to this physical memory address. So I can show you with an example how they are translated. Before this happens in the operating system, in the form of an example. In the logical memory, this is the logical memory. Logical memory. We can have 4 pages like page 0, page 1, page 2. And there will be page table. Page table. Page table. It will have those entries 0, 1, 2, 3, on which those frames numbers will be there. Like we can have like 1, 4, 3, 7. And in the physical memory, we can have those pages with the frame number. So the frame number will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can see one frame number, यहाँ पे page 0, 2 पे, 1 पे, page 0, 4 पे, page 1, 3 पे, page 2, and on the 7th position we have page 3. So this logical memory address translation happens into the physical memory address space. Is it clear to everybody? Is this clear to everybody? सबको clear है?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Is this clear to everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
So, Anji, students, Shivani, Subhya, Suraj, Shivam,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
clear है आपको?
Yes, ma'am.
Subhya,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
not getting your voice. Say yes or no in the chat box. So, page size can be of 2048 bytes, and there can be, we can calculate the internal fragmentation using the particular page size. So this was all about paging. The next is demand paging. This was simple paging mechanism for translation of physical to from logical to physical memory address space. Now, before moving ahead with the things, first of all, what is again we'll discuss what is virtual memory. Separation of user logical memory from physical memory defines a virtual memory. Only the part of the program needs to be only the part of program needs to be brought into memory for execution. What we do is, and logical address space can therefore be much larger than physical address space. Allow address space, this virtual memory concept allows us uh, to be shared by several processes. Which address space? Physical address space. So it will increase more efficient process creation. It will allow more efficient process creation. More programs can run concurrently if there is a concept called paging and virtual memory, and less input output needed to load or swap the processes using the virtual memory concept. But what is basically virtual address space? So virtual address space is a logical view of how processes stored in memory. It usually start at address 0 and contiguous address till until end of the space. 0 से start करके contiguous space until the end. Meanwhile, physical memory is organized into page frames. We have discussed that physical memory can be divided into page frames. So Memory management unit can map logical things, logical addresses to physical addresses. This virtual memory, जिसको हम बोल रहे हैं कि virtual memory क्या है? Separation of user logical memory from physical memory. Separation को हम virtual memory concept बोलते हैं. This virtual memory can be implemented using the demand paging and demand segmentation. So there are two concepts for virtual memory implementation. We can say virtual memory can be implemented can be implemented simple paging तो हमने पढ़ी simple segmentation की, but when we require that is called demand paging. हम pages के साइज paging करते हैं demand on demand and demand segmentation. Why do we do that? Just to separate the logical addresses from physical addresses. That concept is called virtual memory implementation. Physical addresses. So logical addresses to separate from logical addresses to physical addresses. So virtual memory concept is just a mapping concept from logical address space to virtual address space. In that, so first thing is this virtual address space is usually designed in the form of logical address space for stack to start at maximum logical address. एक stack होती है that start from maximum logical address and grow down while heap grows up. Heap ऊपर से नीचे से ऊपर जाती है, stack नीचे से ऊपर से नीचे जाती है. In case of virtual address space, and I'll show you one the diagram of virtual address space. We have, we can say stack, heap, data, code, etc. Data, max. This is 0. This is max. It moves down, and it moves. This stack moves down and it moves up. We grow already with maximum, and stack with minimum divide goes down already. So that is a concept. Maximizes the address space use. Unused address space between the two is whole. जो भी इनमें unused address space होगी, that will be called as whole. That will be used by processes. No physical memory needed until heap or stack goes to a given new page. Enables sparse address spaces. Sparse जो है क्या? Free. Sparse. It enables sparse address spaces with holes left for growth, dynamically linked libraries, etc. So that dynamic link library से उनका sparse जो है वो connect हो सकता है. In this virtual address space, system libraries are shared via mapping into virtual address space. Shared memory by mapping pages, read write into virtual address space. Pages can be shared during fork, and it can speed up process creation using the fork system call that we have studied. Now next concept is demand paging. So virtual memory को define करते हैं. Okay, demand paging. demand paging. Demand paging क्या कहती है? You can bring the entire process into the memory and can load it, or you can bring a page into memory only when it is needed. It is up to you whether you want to bring the whole process or program into memory, or you want that only a page is brought into memory. So it is up to the user, because we are doing the paging demand. We are demanding the pages from the memory just for we can say for mapping. So this concept, if we bring on demand, it will involve less memory will be needed, the faster will be the response, and more users can interact with the paging system. We know what is swapping. Bringing the page from backing store to the physical memory is called swapping. Pages is needed. Why we need a page? Because CPU want to reference it. CPU want to use that page. And so a page can be, whenever a page is needed, that is brought into the memory. But there may be possibility we call a particular page and that particular page is not in the backing store. A wrong page is asked to brought to be in the we can say in the memory to be used by the CPU. कोई गलत पेज भी तो हम बुला सकते हैं ना, कोई ऐसा पेज भी जो पेज है ही नहीं बैकिंग स्टोर पे. So we can set that kind of reference as invalid reference, or the process need to be aborted. So we can say that page is not in memory. First, ये भी हो सकता है वो पेज मेमोरी में नहीं है, पहले पेज मेमोरी में चेक होगा. If it is not in memory, we bring that page into the memory from the backing store, and there may be possibility if the page is not in memory, it is checked in the backing store. It may be possibility it is not in the backing store. If it is not in the backing store, that is a page fault, we can say, or we need to abort. So there is a term called lazy swapper in demand paging. वो क्या होती है? Never bring a page into the memory unless page will be needed. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप कोई अलग से पेज लेके रख लो. जब पेज की जरूरत हो, that need to be brought into the memory only then. That concept is called lazy swapper. That swapper that deals with the pages for bringing in, bringing out is called pager. With the swapping, pager guesses with the various swapping, swap in, swap out. तो pager क्या करता है? Pager guesses which pages will be used before swapping out again. उनको बाहर करने से पहले वो कितनी बार यूज हो सकते हैं, कब यूज हो सकते हैं, ये गैस बना लेता है वो ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम. Instead, pager brings in only those pages into memory that need to be used. If pages needed are already memory resident, then you know you need not to bring those pages. So no difference from non-demand paging. अगर पेज पहले ही पड़ा हुआ था तो आपको मेमोरी से नहीं लाना पड़ा, तो सिंपल पेजिंग और डिमांड पेजिंग में कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है. There is no difference between paging and demand paging if the page is already in memory. But whenever we are bringing it from the backing store to the physical address space and from the physical address space to the page table, that concept is called demand paging. So with every page, a bit is set. With every page, a bit is set in the page table. Page table is for maintaining the sequence, or we can say the index of pages. Page कहाँ पे store है? Physical memory. So with each table entry, a valid, invalid bit is associated in the page table entry. A valid, invalid bit is set with each page table and ठीक है. So वो क्या करेगा, वो ये बताएगा whether the page is valid or not valid. Valid, it is in memory, memory resident, and invalid will tell you it is not in memory, not a memory set. There are pages 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and there is I We will tell you the page is valid. ये valid का मतलब क्या है? It is memory resident, memory में. This is memory. And invalid will tell you that this is not in memory. So कहाँ पे check करेगा? Memory में नहीं है. It will check in the backing store. And if there is not, no, that will be a we can say invalid reference. So that is not there. But if it is not in memory but in the backing store, we bring the from the backing store into the memory and from memory to the page table, and from the page table it interacted with the CPU. After interacting with the CPU again, it will be stored into the physical memory. From the physical memory, it will be stored again into the backing store. How this demand paging works. अगर कोई ऐसा पेज, if there is a page that we made a reference to particular page, but that first reference to page will result into trap to the operating system. मतलब trap का मतलब ये है कि operating system एक execution mode से हट के trap mode में चला गया है. That is called page fault, and that need to be operating system look to another table to decide whether it is an invalid reference or just not in memory. If there is an invalid reference, that instruction need to be abort, and if it is in there, if it is not in memory, we can say. Otherwise, if it is memory, we will find the free frame, bring that page to the free frame, physical memory में यहाँ पे free frame देखा जाएगा. Suppose there is a free space, and we need a particular page, we bring that page from the backing store to this free space, and this free space or frame आ जाएगा, that will be used by the CPU. If that page is not in the memory or the backing store, or it is a kind of a trap, that is called, the concept is called page fault. Page जो चाहिए था वो मिला नहीं physical memory में, that is called, concept is called page fault. So how we can handle a page fault? Steps in handling the page fault. First is we have an operating system. Who is handling the memory management? So operating system. There is a memory. And from this load balancing. First step is bring the page into the page table. Page table. Page is checked for whether the page is there. And it asks to search a particular page. And if that is a trap, अगर वो trap है, invalid reference है memory से, then operating system will see this is the trap. This is the second step. If that is a trap, the operating system will check whether this page is available in the backing store. This is backing store. Operating system will check whether a particular page is in the backing store. If it is in the backing store, we can say page is in the backing store. In the backing store. Backing store मतलब इसी drive पे है. That's the third step. We need to bring that page. तो suppose यहाँ पे पेज पड़ा हुआ है. This is the page we require, that is on the backing store. ये हमारा backing store है. We bring that page into the physical memory, into the free frame. So in the physical memory, we know physical memory is divided into free frames. So there is a frame, physical memory frame. This is the physical memory. इसमें बहुत सारे frames हैं और they are filled. There is one free frame. F is the free frame. This page is brought into that free frame. This is the fourth step. Bring that page into the free frame. Again from this free frame, it moves towards the this free frame में यहाँ पे आ रहा है reset. The fifth step is reset page table. Reset page table. Because now that page is available. Earlier it was invalid. Now it is valid because that page is in memory. So we can say this page will be suppose this page is here. We are adding to this page. Earlier it was I, now it is B because that page is now valid. So earlier it was I, तो पहले I था वो भी हम इस page को draw करके दिखा रहे थे. This was not in the memory. So this is how page fault is being handled. Operating system will check the memory. Memory will check whether the page is available. If the page is not available, the page table entry will be I, and operating system will see whether it is a trap. If that is a trap, it will check in the backing store. If the page is available in the backing store, it will be brought into the physical memory. Will update the page table and page is available, and this page table will be used by the CPU. This page table will be used by the CPU for interacting with the getting the page, particular page. That is called handling of steps in handling the page fault. These are the steps in handling page fault. Page fault. We'll have one poll here. Answer these questions.